Hey everybody, as you guys know, I am not here today. I am dressed in my baseball stuff because it is 6 o'clock and I just found out my babysitter's sick. So I can't be there tomorrow. I'm going to walk you guys through the lecture over schizophrenia and then you will go through and do the other class assignments like we normally would. So we're going to skip the chart review because I'm not there. I'll go through the PowerPoint. The sub will play a schizophrenia video about childhood schizophrenia, which is a little bit different than adult schizophrenia, but I think it's really interesting. And then for the last part of class, you'll go on Google Classroom. There's a document there where you'll make a copy of it and then you'll submit it to me on the different stations. I'll grade it. It's for 15 points. So schizophrenia literally translates to a split mind. So the movie Split is messed up because they make you think that it's schizophrenia, but it's not like schizophrenia that's dissociative identity disorder like we've talked about. People that have schizophrenia really have three major things. They have disorganized and delusional thinking. They have disturbed perceptions, and they have inappropriate or like the absence of emotions and actions. So this is an example of somebody that has schizophrenia. This morning when I was at Hillside Hospital, I was making a movie. I was surrounded by movie stars. I'm Mary Poppins. Is this room painted blue to upset me? My grandmother died 4 weeks after my 18th birthday. Like, as you can see, that is not a normal way of thinking. That's all over the place. That is what we call delusional thinking. It's fragmented, it's weird, it's not reality. A lot of people that have schizophrenia can be paranoid schizophrenic and they can feel like people are watching them or people are around them all the time. What they develop is word salads, like what you just saw was word salad, like where they just like kind of randomly put things in. So remember how we talked about selective attention and how our brain chooses what to pay attention to. People with schizophrenia take all of that. They are incapable of slowing anything down at all and choosing what's important. They take in everything. They also hallucinate. They don't dream like during the day. They hallucinate. Like while they're wide awake, they see, hear, feel, taste things that no one else hears, feels, or sees or tastes. So they do not have multiple people living inside of their head. They see multiple people around them. They taste blood in their mouth. They like when they have pain, like somebody like if like one of their things hurts them, they feel the pain literally inside of their brain. Another issues they can have is they can have like inappropriate emotions. So like somebody could get really hurt and they would laugh. Um, they can go catatonic, so they can have like no emotions. So they'll be sitting there having a normal conversation, all of a sudden it's like, hello, my name is Andy. And it's just out of no place, typically when they get stressed. So about 1 in 100 people has schizophrenia. It's one of the few things that goes worldwide, that with depression. It mainly affects people in their 18s to like 30s. That's when people typically develop schizophrenia. Typically, it's males. It tends to hit males harder. Typically, males that are malnourished, so they're not getting the nutrients that they really need. Um, there's two types of schizophrenia: chronic, which is very slow in developing and not very good because there's not a lot you can do to come back from that; and acute, where some very stressful event happens, somebody becomes schizophrenic. You can typically walk that back and get that person out of schizophrenia. So people that are schizophrenic can have positive symptoms and negative symptoms. Positive symptoms are being things that like are added on to that person, like hallucinations, disorganized thinking. Negative symptoms are things that are missing from that person, like emotions. Part of the reason why you see a lot of people that are homeless that are addicted to drugs is because they're schizophrenic as well. and they're addicted to drugs because they have a dopamine overactivity. And cocaine actually and meth actually helps with the overactivity inside of the brain. It actually chills them out so they feel better. But the problem with that is obviously that they're getting high and then they need more and more and more, and then they end up eventually killing themselves. So, sorry, my wife is calling me. Even when I'm out in school, she yells at me. Um, the other part of that is you can have an abnormal brain scan. So like if you look at it, the one on our left is purple because there's not a lot of tissue loss in that person's brain. Whereas you can see the person on the right who has schizophrenia, um, literally their brain is breaking down in the thinking and mental processing areas. You can also look and see right in this area right here, look at the difference between the person with schizophrenia without schizophrenia, very small, and how big this is. It's nearly triple in size. So it shows you that it can be genetic as well. The really interesting thing is that if you get a virus, or the pregnant woman gets a virus in the second trimester of pregnancy, that actually, for some reason, increases your likelihood of becoming schizophrenic. So, if you have a identical twin that is schizophrenic, that puts you at a little bit over 50% chance of being schizophrenic. And it goes on down the line to where if you have nobody in your family that is schizophrenic, it goes down to about 1% or lower. So you guys are going to finish up with a video, and then you will do what would have been stations, but you will just sit through and do those stations on your computers. You guys can grab a computer after the video is over, and then just submit everything. So again, make a copy of what's on Google Drive and submit it. Good luck.